A brazen theft on the Monon Trail. You may not think many people are using the trail this time of year, but some are. And the trail covers some pretty isolated parts of Indianapolis. RTV6's Graham Hunter spoke to a man about an odd encounter on the trail and the reason he's reminding people to stay alert.
Jack Kennedy starts each day here on the Monon. He's an avid biker and takes the trail downtown to work. As he was heading in this week, something happened that caught him completely off guard.
So I was on my daily commute from South Broad Ripple.
It happened earlier this week. Kennedy had just about reached his destination near 10th Street. He came up on another biker heading his direction on the wrong side of the trail.
And this is where it gets kind of weird. He was on a small bike pushing a big metal meat smoker with his, while he was riding his bike. It was very odd.
The man suddenly stopped and got off his bike.
And he pulled his bike back and threw it into mine. And so that knocked me off my bike. So I went over my handlebars.
Kennedy was on the ground as the man stood over him.
And I didn't really know what he wanted. And so I just was scared. And I said, what do you want? And he said, I want your bike.
He took off and called 911. And now his Surly brand black Karate monkey bike is gone.
I'm really hoping to get it back. I haven't heard anything yet.
It's his only mode of transportation.
Until I get a bike, I'm going to just kind of get chauffeured around, which is okay.
The robbery Kennedy experienced is one of at least 4 in the last year that happened on the Monon, but Kennedy has a message.
People get out there and ride it, and the police patrol it. It's a safe place. So I just got unlucky.
And tells me he's seen police patrolling the Monon even during the winter months.
I see them more often the further south I get.
But Kennedy says he will be making one change.
If you do feel unsafe, get a buddy to ride with. That's what I'm going to do from this point on.
If you see that bike around town, call police. For a closer look at the bike and its serial number, open up the RTV6 app and click on the link for this story. We're reporting in Indianapolis, Graham Hunter, RTV6.
New tonight, 3 robbery suspects are on the run. IMPD officers were called to Easy Pond near 10th and Tibbs on the west side around 7 o'clock tonight. They caught the suspects coming out of the store. One of them was armed, according to police. An officer fired a shot, but investigators do not think anyone was hit. The suspects got away.
We're hearing more stories of how the government shutdown is impacting people across central Indiana.
Please give me the opportunity to stay here in this country.
43,000 immigration hearings have been canceled across the country so far because of the standoff. That includes Samuel Tolosa's case. The 39-year-old from El Salvador is seeking asylum. He fought in Operation Iraqi Freedom alongside American forces and was awarded a Bronze Star. After returning to his home country, Samuel says vigilantes beat him and threatened to kill his family. We spoke to his attorney.
These are real people with real lives. They're real families, and they're affected greatly by politics and by delays in their cases. Delays in their cases can cost lives.
The White House has asked Congress to provide funding for 75 new immigration judges to help clear the backlog. President Trump says he will make a major announcement about the shutdown in the southern border tomorrow afternoon.
2 weeks from today, an international restaurant chain will close its downtown Indianapolis location. The Hard Rock Cafe on Meridian Street will shut down on March 18th. It opened 20 years ago and is the only Hard Rock in Indiana. The company says it's committed to staying in the city and could open a new Hard Rock in a different location. Indianapolis International Airport will start to look more like a shopping mall. Today, the Airport Authority Board approved new contracts with several retailers, including FAO Schwartz and Mac. The new shops will be in the public area and in the concourses. 5 stores are expected to open late this year.
Next week, mothers can donate a valuable resource to Indianapolis babies in need. The Milk Bank on the northeast side is a place where mothers donate extra breast milk to help babies in the NICU while their mothers cannot breastfeed. It's in such critical need of donations, the bank is holding its first collection drive. Emily Scott is on the board of directors. She needed to use donated breast milk when her newborn son had medical complications.
So important for moms to realize that if they have extra breast milk, they can give that gift to other families who are struggling with their newborn's health.
The Milk Bank can accept milk that has been in a regular freezer for up to 6 months or in a deep freeze for 9. There is a screening process. The first donation drive is from 3 to 7 on Thursday at the Milk Bank on East 62nd Street, a group that
raises money for animals in need is being targeted by thieves. Now the organization is putting the suspects in the spotlight.
And it's not all snow for tomorrow. freezing rain will complicate the forecast. We'll talk about that next.
From holding people and power accountable to connecting Hoosiers in need, RTV6 is working for you. And here are some of this week's results.
Tonight, a Northeast Side woman is turning to RTV6 for help.
3 times a week, this is the struggle Sheila Phelps faces in order to simply be taken to her dialysis appointment.
And I've talked to the department since July about this.
Today, Phelps spoke with the property manager, Sterling Group Incorporated, who says they will move her on to a unit with better access at no additional charge to her. An Indianapolis family is trying to figure out how to replace their livelihood after thousands of dollars of tools were stolen, along with the box truck they used to go to work.
Right after our first story aired, viewers started reaching out to see how they could help.
RTV6's Graham Hunter helped connect the family to an amazing woman.
I saw the story on your newscast, and my husband passed away about 5 years ago. And I have all these tools in my garage.
And so Thursday night, Barbara met Jody.
It's very nice to meet you. I want them to go to a good person that will use them and will help him in his life. And I think I've done that, and I think John would be very pleased with that, too.
Test drive at Honda of Fishers.
This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
A frustrated nonprofit organization is sharing videos hoping someone can help identify the people who keep stealing donations from them. The group Rescue Treasures in Greencastle says these thefts happen almost every other night. The donations were dropped off to be sold at the organization's thrift store. The money goes to the Humane Society of Putnam County. Leaders hope someone recognizes the thieves in this video. Now, several police reports have been filed.
Indianapolis public schools will be closed on Monday in observance of the holiday honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Well, today the district paid tribute to Dr. King's life and legacy at Crispus Attucks High School. The choir performed.